Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday. It's dinner time. Getting ready to cook up something new. I've never made this. Like a lot of the things that we've done lately, I've just been trying new things. I thought it would be neat to try them together. That way, you guys can see it if I screw it up, or do it wrong, or you can give me additions to it if that's what you'd like to do. Um, cool story of the evening isn't really so much well, it is a story. It's a cool story, but it's about a little girl who it might have been like 8, 9 years old at most, 8, 9 years old. I don't think I caught. Yeah, 8 years old. Her name is Gabriella Damron. I'm assuming it's Damron. They didn't say. I didn't hear it in the thing. I saw it on the article below it. Um, but she got her dad was a plane pilot, an airplane pilot for the Air Force, and flew these the big Hercules airplanes. They're massive. But he was in the service for 20 years, and on his last flight in, his daughter got to marshal him in. She brought him down onto the runway and kind of gave him direction. The people in the movie you see with the lights that are going different directions and they're doing different signals. She got to do that to bring her dad in to park his plane, and it was the coolest thing ever. But I just thought that was a cute story I wanted to share with you. That was once again a memory made by somebody else for somebody else that was amazing. I mean, he got to have his daughter do something that she was only going to get to do for him one time ever because he was retiring, and she got an experience of a lifetime that she'll never forget by being able to marshal him in. I think that's awesome. Anyhow, so let's get back to our meal. Tonight we are doing a honey orange chicken. Like I said, never made this before, so we're gonna both fly a little blind tonight. That's all right. It's something new, something different. Now, this dish can be cooked in a wok if you have one, or a skillet. Either way, you just have to be your skillet. It has to be able to hold a decently high heat. I'm using cast iron, so because it's essentially a stir fry, which means that you got to stir it while it fries, and it has to be seared. We're gonna get that pan really hot, then we're gonna dump room temperature oil onto it, throw some stuff in there, and cook it really quick, like within minutes. So anyhow, recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of peanut oil, right there, peanut oil. Using the peanut oil for the stir fry, we're gonna split that one teaspoon at one time and 1 teaspoon at another. 2 stalks of celery chopped, 2 carrots chopped, and your carrots you want to peel them and cut them at an angle. I am deviating from this recipe a little bit, and I'm going to add some red pepper. I really want the color. I like to taste the red pepper. So I've got 2 carrots. Now my carrots weren't real big. I'll see they're cut at an angle. I don't have big carrots. Celery cut into bite-sized pieces, and same with the red pepper. You could probably even dice that up if you would like, but I'm not. Like I said, it's not something that's in the recipe. The red pepper is all on its own. All right, so then you need a 1/4 cup of cashews. I recommend, if you don't buy them roasted, put them in your oven, 350, 10 minutes, and or until you smell them. Once you start to smell them, they're done. All right, so after the cashews, you need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. It's a thickener. It's going to thicken the sauce. You need 3/4 cup of orange juice, just your standard orange juice. If you do fresh squeezed, that would probably be best, but from the store orange juice will work too. Ours is from concentrate. Soy sauce, 3 tablespoons. And you want 1 tablespoon of honey. And you want 1/4 teaspoon of, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Now I'm using fresh minced garlic. If you're going to use a powdered garlic, only use a quarter teaspoon. You always want to use less of the powder than you do any fresh. So only use a quarter teaspoon of ginger. But I recommend the fresh ginger. Ginger lasts forever. It's dirt cheap on the pound, and you're only buying. You can buy pieces like this big. This was really just a single arm that I bought. That way, I don't have to keep. You don't have to keep buying it over and over again. Or if you do buy a big piece, you can put it in the freezer, and it'll stay longer than putting it in the fridge. Although it lasts a minute in the fridge. All right, and then the last thing you need is a quarter cup of green onions cut on a bias. I don't have any green onions, so I'm just going to admit that. It's simply a garnish. You're not putting it in the meal. I thought I was prepared, but I'm not, and I ran out of time. So, we will not be doing the green onion. But that is what is in our, as far as the recipe goes, it's all the ingredients. Let me get you moved over to the stove, and we'll start cooking. This is a fairly quick, fast meal after prep. All right, hold on for me 1 second. All right, guys, we're back. I got the pan scorching hot. I mean, it's, I'm not going to touch it because I know I can't. But if you can hold your hand over it and count to 5, you're in pretty good shape. Or if you can't count to 5, and I mean that's hot, and I got oven hands, and that's hot. So the first thing we want to do is put half our oil in there. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's dancing, it's wiggling, it's doing its thing, and as you can see, my stove has gone uneven. And the next thing we want to do is get these vegetables in there. So we're going to let this go for about 3 or 4 minutes and hopefully get a little bit of crispness and tenderness and all that good stuff that goes with it. All right, I'll be back when we get to the next step. Okay, so one thing we got to do while those are cooking, and it won't take but a second, we got to make the sauce. So the sauce is the ginger. It is the soy sauce. It is the honey. Go ahead and get it all out of there. There we go. Cornstarch. And the orange juice. Get that cornstarch in there, and then you just want to give this a quick stir up. Is what you want to do. All right. And when we come back in just a millisecond, I will be back for the next step of what we need to do in the pan. All right, got our sauce together and looking good. All right, I'll be back in just 1 millisecond. All right, so what we want to do next, move all your vegetables over to the side. Take the rest of your oil, pour it in there, start to dance. And then our chicken that I cut into strips earlier, we're just going to put it in there, preferably without all the juice. Alright, sorry about that. I had to wash my hands off real quick. Now, if you wanted, you can remove the vegetables from the pan. The recipe said you didn't have to. So we're gonna let the chicken cook for about 5 minutes, and when I come back, we'll do the final step on it, and that'll be to pour the sauce in it. All right, I'll see you here in just one moment. All right, so we're back. I got that all cooked up. It really just took 5 minutes. Wasn't no big deal at all. And then I just went ahead and mixed those together, which is what we needed to do. And the last and final step, according to the directions, are to dump this over top of it. And then we're just going to cook it until it's thickened. That's all we got to do. Get that taken care of. Yeah, this will thicken up with the cornstarch, and it'll stick to the stuff, and it'll make it a nice sauce with a good glaze. As you may see, some of my peppers and a carrot or two got a little burnt. I wasn't paying attention to the whole big picture while I was cooking the chicken, and neglected to move one corner of the vegetables and didn't catch it till after I stirred it. So that's all right. There's nothing wrong with a roasted pepper. And I think there's only one carrot that's bad. And this is how we learn, right? I can't tell you the last time I actually cooked with carrots, peppers, and celery in anything other than a casserole or, a Tex-Mex style dish. So we learned something new. That's all. But I do know this will thicken up. I use a similar sauce on the honey garlic shrimp that I make. I don't know if I have a video for that or not. If I don't, I will. But if I do, check it out. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna let this go and thicken up, and when we come back, we'll plate it and taste it. All right. See you here in just a second. All right, guys. We got done with it. And I pulled it off. It thickened up. The sauce thickened up nicely. I'll show it to you here in a second. And I went ahead and pulled it off of the stove. Got it sitting because, as we always talk about, you should let your food rest. Lets the flavors settle in. And here's what we got. Now I did go ahead and I put the cashews in. Gave it a good stir. And you would want to put the diced green onions in. So that's what she looks like at any rate. Let me get you set back down here. I hope you enjoyed the trip. I tried my best to pilot it. So let me get a bowl right quick because I'm lame and didn't grab one before I started to play again. We're having this with fried rice tonight. You can also have it with white rice or, whatever your preference for rices is. But let's taste it real quick and see if we did it any justice. Yeah, that's enough work. Grabbed the wrong thing. Some of all right, got some of the onion or the celery and the carrot and the chicken. We'll see how the orange and honey taste. That's really kind of cool. You can taste everything. It's got a really good balance of sweet and savory, even though it's got the honey and the orange juice in it. I guess it would depend on what kind of orange juice you use. But you can taste the soy sauce balances it. The peppers taste good. A little bit of char. I got a piece of the carrot with the char on it. Actually just lend it to its flavor, I think. But I like it. Like I said, tonight we're going to put this with sorry, I keep talking with my mouth full. We're going to just put this with some fried rice. You can also have egg rolls with it if you have the time to make them, or you know some place that sells them that are good. Like a brand at the grocery store. I've just never found one that I liked. So we make our own when we do have them, but it is quite a tedious process. So tonight we're probably just going to have it with fried rice. Nice quick meal. This whole meal really did take only about 15-20 minutes, total. It's got very simple ingredients list. It cooks quick. the nature of stir fry, and it turns out good. I don't know if I would change a whole lot. Yeah, it's gonna. You can, like I said, you can taste the honey, you can taste the orange, you can taste the uh, soy sauce. There's soy sauce. Like Chris does always say it wrong, and I'm sure I do. But anyhow, everything we needed to put in it, you can taste. Well, other than the cornstarch, you can't taste cornstarch. So that's really it. Well, all right, we'll give this a try. I'm gonna go eat some dinner and enjoy the family. All right, I love you. Tell somebody else you love them, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is ginger snap cookies. One of my favorites. I know you're saying holiday. I say no. Anyhow, ginger snap cookies for tomorrow. And I think that's all there's going to be. The reason why we're having ginger snap, I know on Facebook I posted we were doing the chocolate mayo cake, but I made it. And then obviously there's a picture of it. But Abby got into my phone, bless her 7-year-old heart, and somehow made most of my stuff disappear in my photos. It's okay though. It's all backed up except for my video. I hadn't backed it up. But anyhow, neither here nor there. We're now doing ginger snap cookies. I'll try a chocolate mayo cake here in a couple more weeks. About one a month is good. So I figure another couple weeks is we'll be about due. So anyhow, and then we'll see what next week brings. All right? Like I said, I love you. Tell somebody else you love them. It will make their day a whole lot better. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.